Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Benzo Biology. In today's video we are going to learn about linkage. But before starting with the actual video, I would tell you that you will be able to understand linkage only when you have learned about crossing over and independent assortment. If you haven't learned about that, then please click on the I button and you will see the uploads that I have uploaded regarding the crossing over and independent assortment. Please watch those videos first and then come for this video if you want better understanding of linkage. So let's first recall about crossing over and then we'll jump to the actual topic, that is linkage. So what is crossing over? Crossing over is the exchange of genetic material between the two homologous chromosomes. As you can see in this image that I have drawn, that there is a two homologous chromosome present. One is of green color and one is of black color. There is a bridge formation between these two arms of the homologous chromosome, and these two arms will now exchange their genetic material. So here now these two homologous chromosomes are separated and these two arms have the genetic material of each other. The green color one have the genetic material of black one and the black one have the genetic material of green one, some of the genetic material, not the total, just some of the genetic material. So this is how the crossing over is done in some basic sense, and then after that meiosis 2 will occur as crossing over occurs in meiosis 1. Then meiosis 2 will occur and gametes will be formed. From one pair of homologous chromosome, 4 gametes are formed. So 4 gametes are formed, and here you can see that the 2 gametes are similar to the parents. Like you can see that here the green color and here the black color is only present. But in the 2 gametes, the chromosomes is recombinant, or we can say the chromosomes have crossing over. So here the chromosomes are not totally similar with the parents. Just remember this point. This point will be very important when you understand linkage. Okay, so this was a little bit revision about the crossing over. Now we'll start with the actual topic, that is linkage. So as if you remember that Mendel has studied 7 characteristics, or we can say about the 7 genes. But the interesting point about them is that those 7 characteristics were present only on 4 chromosomes. They were not present on 7 chromosomes, they were only present on 4 chromosomes. So what that means? Is that mean that some of the chromosomes contains more than one characteristic? Obviously, right? If he has seen 7 characteristics on only 4 chromosomes, these are the 4 chromosomes for example, and 7 characteristics were there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 gene. What about the rest 3? The rest 3 must be present with these 4. So it can be like this condition, or it can be this condition, or it can be this condition, whatever it is. But from this we came to know that on one on one chromosome more than one characteristic was present. Okay, so Mendel studied about 7 characteristics and more than one characteristic was present on one gene. Here you understood? Till now you understood? Okay. So if we see about linkage and if we see about a chromosome, for example, here is a chromosome and here is a chromosome. These are what? These are homologous. These are homologous chromosomes. Okay. Now on them 2 genes are present. Okay, we'll consider any genes. We'll consider A and B gene. Now I am saying that A and B gene both are present on the same chromosome. Previously what we have seen that this chromosome, now this chromosome. These 2 are the homologous chromosome, and then one more pair of homologous chromosome. One more pair of homologous chromosome. So on this R gene is present. So on this a Y gene is present. We haven't seen yet that on one chromosome 2 genes are present. First time for the linkage we are seeing that. So let's move further. So for example, in this homologous chromosome, A and B gene present. Here the A and B capital present, and here the A and B small present. That means this is dominant chromosome and this is recessive chromosome for these particular 2 genes. Okay, so now what will happen? Now crossing over will happen. Exactly. So if I say that crossing over occurs at this place, from this the crossing over has occurred. Or let's make a bigger picture. This is the one chromosome and this is its homologous pair. A gene, B gene. And here A gene and small b gene. I said to you that from here the crossing over has occurred. This. Okay. So from this to this part has gone to this chromosome and this part has gone to this chromosome. So what it will result? It will be result in this. It will be result in A, small b and small a and capital B. How this has occurred? This has occurred due to the crossing over. Obviously, if due to crossing over the genetic material exchange is occurring, then some part of gene will go in this and some part of gene will come in this chromosome. That's a simple thing. That is a simple thing what is done in crossing over. But now, what linkage says? Let's see that. In the second case, for example, if these were two homologous chromosomes, and this is A gene and this is B gene, and this is small a and this is small b. Now what happens? Now crossing over is occurring from this location. Crossing over will occurring from this location. What will be its result? It will result in similar. What will be the resultant? The resultant will be same as the parent. The resultant will be same as that of parents. क्यों वो same होगा? क्योंकि लिए यहाँ पे जो क्रॉसिंग ओवर हुई वो इन दोनों जीन्स के नीचे से हुई. This crossing over has occurred below these two genes. So these two genes are so close to each other that the crossing over can't separate them. Crossing over are not able to separate them, due to which we call them as linked genes or we call them as linkage. Why linkage? That these two genes are so close to each other that they can't be separated during the crossing over. What linkage tells us? That when two genes are so close to each other that they can't be separated during crossing over. That they can't be separated during crossing over. That is what linkage. Okay, if we see in more detail about linkage, I hope this much part is clear to you. Let's see further part of this. So the genes can be linked genes or the genes can be unlinked genes. How is this can occur? First we'll say unlinked genes. Unlinked genes. Unlinked genes can be present on non-homologous chromosome. For example, that we have seen that this is a homologous pair and this is the second chromosome. This is the non-homologous chromosome. So on this A gene is present and on this B gene is present. So these two are totally unlinked. They don't have any connection with each other, so they are totally unlinked genes. Okay, so we'll call them unlinked as they do not have any kind of linkage. This is the first condition. Or in second condition, if we see that this is the first homologous pair and this is the second homologous pair. Okay, and on this A and B are present. On this A and B are present on the single chromosome, and here also A and B are present. Here also A and B are present. Now what will happen? Now they must be linked, but they are so far away from each other that they can't be linked. They are separated during the crossing over. The second homologous chromosome doesn't have these genes. Who have these genes? Only homologous chromosome have these genes. That means that the one homologous chromosome contains both the gene, कि एक होमोलॉगस क्रोमोसोम के पास दोनों जीन्स है तो सही, लेकिन फिर भी वो लिंक्ड नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि वो फार अवे फ्रॉम ईच अदर है. दे आर फार अवे फ्रॉम ईच अदर. That is also the condition of unlinked gene, and in this condition also what will happen? Crossing over will occur and these two genes will get separated. Okay, now the second condition in which the genes are linked genes. In second condition, the genes are linked genes. Now what will happen? This is one homologous pair of chromosome, A gene and B gene. A gene and B gene, and here A gene and B gene. Here the genes are so close to each other that even if the crossing over occurs, these two genes won't get separated. Why they won't get separated easily? Because they are too close to each other. In simple sense, this is what is linkages. That if two genes are very close to each other, they are linked together and they can't be separated from each other. And if they are arranged in very far distance, they will be easily separated. And if they are present on the different chromosomes, then there is no sense of linkage. Now the linkage can be complete linkage and the linkage can be incomplete linkage. There are two types of linkage. Okay guys, so let's see about complete linkage and incomplete linkage. Let's first see about complete linkage. As the name is suggesting, complete linkage, that meaning the two genes are so close to each other that they are completely linked. If we take a homologous pair of chromosome and we take an example of AB gene, then these two AB genes are located so close to each other that even if the crossing over occurs, these two will not get separated. These two will not get separated and the gametes will be formed all parent type of gamete. So here the gametes that are formed will be all parent type. 4 gametes will be formed. As I have said that one homologous pair form 4 gametes. So here capital A, capital B, similarly capital A, capital B, small b and small a, small b. Here you can see that all the 4 gametes are like that of parental. There is no difference. Can you see this or can you see this? Is this condition is present? No, this condition is not present. The whole are AB or AB, that is present in parent. So what are these? These are all parent type gametes. So no crossing over or crossing over has occurred, but no recombination has occurred. So we can say that these two genes are completely linked. These two genes are completely linked. While if we see the another case is of incomplete linkage. As the name suggests that the two genes are not completely linked with each other. So what will happen when crossing over will occur? These two genes will get separated. These two genes will get separated. So here is the condition A and B, A and B, A, B, A and B. Okay, so now what will happen when crossing over will occur? These two will get separated from these two. Why? Because for example, if crossing over has occurred from there, these two are so far from each other that they will get separated. So now when the gametes will be formed, all gametes will not be parent-like. These will be different. This one is similar. This one is capital A but small b. This one is small a but capital B, and this one is similar, small a, small b. So now here what happened, that these two are recombinant gamete. These two are recombinant gamete. While this one and this one, these two are parental gamete. Now can I ask you a question? Can you ask you a question that that there will be any condition when 4 of the gametes will be recombinant? As here in this condition 4 are the parental gametes. So can this type of condition occurs when there will be all gametes will be recombinant? This condition can never occur, guys. What is the reason? Reason behind this, that you can see this arm and this arm. These two arms will never go crossing over with each other. Only these two arms will undergo crossing over with each other because they are so close to each other that they will undergo crossing over. So I can say from here that always whatever the condition is, if the genes are present on the same chromosome, considering that genes are present on the same chromosome, then 50% genes, condition क्या है, genes are present on same chromosome. So what will happen, that 50% of the gamete will be parental type. 50% will be parental type gametes. Rest 50% will depend. If it's complete linkage, it will be parental. If it's incomplete linkage, it will be recombinant. So I can say that from 0 to 50% can range to be recombinant. It can be recombinant or it can't be recombinant. If the condition is 0%, the gametes are 0% recombinant, that means they are completely linked. What that means, that they are completely linked. And if they are 50% recombinant gametes are formed, that means they are incompletely linked. That they are incompletely linked, or they are present on different chromosome. On different chromosome. I hope this is very clear to you guys. Always remember this. This question has also asked in previous year papers, that maximum of how many recombinant gametes can be formed. So you should remember that only maximum 50% of the recombinant gametes can be formed. 50% will always be parental type. Okay. So now what if we want to find the percentage of recombinants, or what if we want to find the recombinant frequency? Is there any formula for that, so that we can find that how many recombinant percentages are there of the gametes? So yes, there is a very simple formula for that, to find out the recombinant frequency or find out the recombinant percentage. So formula for recombinant percentage. What is that? This is equals to number of recombinant offspring upon total number of offspring into 100. Let's see it more clearly. For example, if we have crossed two parents, one is like this and one is like this. For example, if we have crossed like these two parents, total 200 offsprings have been formed. Total 200 offspring has been formed. From this four type of offsprings were formed. Two were similar to them, while two are what will be it? A, B and B, and one is A, B and B. For example, like these four offsprings are formed. These are four offsprings. So out of this 200, 30 is this and 40 is this. 70 are these, 130 is remaining. Out of 130, 70 is this and 60 is this. Okay, so now what will number of recombinant offspring? So number of recombinant will be this one and this one. As these two are the parental, so these two are recombinant one. So we apply this 30 plus 40. and the total number of offspring 70 plus 30 plus 40 plus 60 into 100. So it will be 30 plus 40 70 and upon 200 into 100. So it will become like 35%. So here the recombination frequency or the recombination potential is 35%. This is a very important formula, guys. Mark it star. So this is what this is, 35% recombination frequency. So always remember this formula. Whenever in question there is a question asking about the recombination frequency, just close your eyes and apply this formula. This is as simple as that. Next very important point is cis and trans configuration. Cis and trans configuration. Okay, if I give you two conditions, like in first condition, these are the two homologous chromosomes. In this only dominant gene are present and in this only recessive gene are present. This is the first condition. While in the second condition, in the two homologous chromosome, both contains dominant as well as recessive gene. As it contains a dominant of A, then it will consist of recessive of B. It consists of recessive of B, but it consists of dominant of, it consists of recessive of A and dominant of B. So here you can see that it is dominant while it is recessive. So this type of configuration is known as cis configuration, while this type of configuration is known as trans configuration. This type will be known as trans configuration. So what will happen now? In this, the gametes with this type of gene structure, gametes with this type of gene structures will be parental type, while these type of will be non-parental type or will be recombinant type. But it will be totally vice versa in this trans. In this trans, these will be parental type while this will be recombinant type. This will be recombinant type and this will be parental type in this condition. And this condition, it is totally vice versa. So this is cis and trans configuration. And this was all about the basic of linkage. In further lectures, we will see about linkage mapping, gene mapping. So guys, I hope this video is really helpful to you. It helped you a lot to understand linkage. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much, guys. Have a nice day. Bye.